Hi, I'm Ron Aiken, and we are here today to preview the WLTX Game of the Week. This Friday night, it is Daniel at AC Flora in the first round of the Class 3A playoffs. AC Flora having a terrific season, only one loss, 9-1, 4-1 in the region. They are Region 4 3A champions and have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Guys, welcome in.
Thanks.
With me today, Denzel Johnson, wide receiver and safety for the Falcons, and Lowndes Pope, a tight end. Denzel, we'll start with you first. From your wide receiver perspective, what do you see when you look at Daniel from the strengths that they have?
I know they have a DB who's going to the Shrine Bowl, number 21. I'm looking forward to go against him. It'll be some good competition. I'm going against them on defense. And
from a safety, I guess, you're also lining up on the other side of the field. Anybody there that you have to pay attention to?
Running back number 32. It's a big guy. We're ready for it, though.
And Lowndes, you're also looking at that same film, studying their defense. What kind of things do you see that Daniel presents as a challenge?
They're a good defense. They get off blocks well, and they pursue the ball. Hopefully we can stay on.
Now, you guys 4-6, I believe, last year, turning around to 9-1 this season. Huge senior season, huge success for AC Flora. What's it been like, for your perspective, just having this success and maybe the excitement around campus?
It's a blessing knowing that we're 9-1. We already expected to have a good season here because last year it was upset for us, but I'm proud of the team and everything and how it's going.
And Lowndes, from your perspective, what's the success been like this season in terms of your experience?
We put in a lot of hard work to get here, so it's kind of like a dream come true. It's all coming together.
When you look at your schedule, what game really sort of stands out, maybe is most memorable for you?
The airport game. For
what reason?
Airport had athletes, and it was their homecoming. It was certain players that would always ask me, what am I going to do against them and everything, and I ended up having a good game against them, one of my best games. So
you got a little personal, and you answered.
Yeah.
Well, and what was sort of maybe your most memorable game this season?
Probably Clinton, first game of the season. They knocked us out last year, and then we come back and beat them and set the tone for the whole season.
When you look at the schedule going back, you had great region wins, great region success. You beat the big teams in your region. You know, Chapin, Dreer, Camden are having terrific seasons, all going to the playoffs. Does that give you confidence? We'll start with you going into the playoffs yourself.
Give us a lot of confidence. I think the team is really ready for it now.
And from your perspective?
It does, but we still got to respect Daniel and go in there like it's another game.
And if nothing else, maybe get farther than you did last season. And have you thought ahead to what maybe your goals are personally for this season?
I would say just to make it to the championship. That's my goal, personal goal.
Just keep winning, take it one game at a time.
Well, I think the take one game at a time approach has worked terrifically well for the Falcons so far this season. Again, 9-1. They were 4-1 in the region champions. AC Flora Falcons home throughout the playoffs in Class 3A. If you want a great game to go to this Friday night, it will happen at AC Flora as Daniel comes to visit from the upstate. Thank you for watching this week. We'll see you next week. Hi, I'm Ron Aiken, and I am back. We are still previewing this week's Game of the Week between Daniel at AC Flora, the first round of the Class 3A playoffs. And with me is Coach Reggie Shaw of AC Flora. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks, glad to be here.
And second year at AC Flora, did you think you would be able to turn it around this quickly?
Well, they had a tradition of excellence before I got there, and so we just knew it was a matter of time before we got back where they were used to being. And so we had a great group of seniors, had good leaders, so we felt good about our chances coming in.
Yeah, and you, as we were talking before, started off with Clinton, a team that you had lost to in the playoffs the year before. Was great motivation and really kind of set the tone for the season, did it not?
Yeah, that was a blessing to play them in the playoffs and have scheduled them previously. It just worked out really well. It was a motivator all year for us coming in that we felt like that was a game we needed to prove ourselves in.
And with the region so competitive this season, a lot of teams were very strong. As you said, we're going to the playoffs. You'll see some of this familiar teams in the playoffs thanks to some appeals from the high school league. But you guys won the region, and so take that confidence, take the home field advantage. What does that mean to get that?
Well, anytime you can play at home is definitely an advantage. Region 1 is loaded with talent and great coaches, and you know, anytime you can get them on the road, you feel like that gives you a slight advantage. But they're a great football team, and we're going to have to play just like we're on the road. We're kind of taking the mentality that we're the underdog, because you know, obviously the Columbia area football is not respected like it is in the upstate. So this is an opportunity for us to put AC Flora on the map and put Columbia football on the map. So it's a great challenge for us.
9-1 on the season, 4-1, only one loss, setback to R&E in the region, but everything else fell your way this season. Was it kind of a fun process when you look back on it a little bit and what that whole season was like?
It's been a blur. We try to celebrate short and prepare long, but it has been a joy to see these guys come together. They're a fun group to coach. They care about each other first and foremost. I think that's why they've had a lot of success. They're very tight. They pull for one another, and they love to see each other succeed. And so, you know, we had a great summer, a lot of hard work, a lot of sweat. We challenged them to step it up this year, and they've responded real well to every challenge so far.
Yeah, it seems like they did. Again, the results speak for themselves at 9-1 and 4-1, and a region title to go along with that, no matter what else happens. When you look at Daniel, you mentioned traditionally strong program, a lot of state championship appearances. What do you see that they present as a challenge on film?
They don't beat themselves. They're well coached. They're very disciplined. They're good football, and they have a tradition of excellence. So when they line up on the field, they expect to win. And so we're going to have to play our best game. We're going to have to maintain possession of the ball, and we're going to have to manage the game well, because they're very consistent. And if you make a mistake, they'll capitalize on it.
Well, it should be an exciting game nonetheless. Midlands are well represented by the AC Flora Falcons. Again, 9-1, 4-1 region champs in Region 4 3A this Friday night. The action is at AC Flora. We will see you there.